Hey, this is Mike from 10th Avenue North, and you're listening to Dispatch Radio.
All right, with me now is Love and the Outcome. I have Jodi King and Chris Rademaker on the phone. They're snowed in. We're in Louisville on the Winter Jam tour. It's going to be a great chance to catch up with them. We've had a chance to see them a couple times live. Jodi and Chris, how are you guys doing?
Fantastic.
Awesome. It's great. I tell you what, the Winter Jam show was just an amazing experience. I know it's still going strong out on the road until March. Give everybody a little bit of an insight on what it's been like to play for these amazing arena crowds.
Oh my goodness. It's such a dream come true. I mean, not only do we get to play, he's with us and hear an arena of new friends, singing it back, but then we get to, rock out with Lecrae, worship with 10th Ave North. I mean, it's such a diverse night. There's just something for everyone. So, yeah, we're getting spoiled. We hope it never ends.
We had a chance to see you on the small stage down in Orlando in the monsoon at Rock the Universe, and then and it is just such a difference playing with such an intimate crowd at a venue like that versus playing the arena crowd. How has that experience been for you?
Well, there's certainly a lot more room to run around on stage, and this is going to sound really funny, but Jodi and I actually get the opportunity to play for the offering near the end of the show, and it's actually just a really special moment because we're kind of facing each other, and it's actually just like a good worship moment for us because the day up until that point is pretty crazy for us. Like, we go outside and play for the crowd, and that's really fun, and then we play our set, and then we'll do interviews and all that kind of stuff, and then all of a sudden there's this moment where it's just the two of us on this little stage, and 17,000 people are singing along with you, and you're just like, this is actually kind of serene. I love it.
And it's great. I wanted to touch on that. The events, most of the events, you're able to get outside and meet and greet with a few fans, maybe even play a song or something like that at the Winter Jam thing, because there's so many people outside waiting to get in.
Oh, yeah. And it's amazing because, we're used to snow, and so we just fit right in these last couple of shows, and people are they're so excited to make that connection, because we're so new. People know our song but don't necessarily know that Love and the Outcome wrote the song. So it's been really, really fun to hear their stories of that song getting them through tough times. It's kind of the most encouragement that we get. We love that.
Let's get to that because people heard and know your song, He Is With Us. So tell us a little bit about manifesting that song and how it has really just now kind of exploded for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like we, for about 8 years, we were this couple touring Canada and trying so hard to book gigs for ourselves, and it was a family affair. My dad helped me book shows. Chris's dad drove our little van. And now all of a sudden we find ourselves in the middle of Nashville with this song that's just sweeping the country. And I just feel like God's really just made a way. And I think that's because we have written a song that speaks to our nothingness and his everythingness. And when we sing it every night, we think about all the trials and tribulations we've faced, both as a married couple and as a band. And to be in a place now where we can say, you know what, through it all, one thing we know for sure is he is with us. And, it's an amazing feeling that we can sing that with people every night.
We're talking to Love and the Outcome. Jodi and Chris are on tour right now with Winter Jam. They're doing Louisville tonight. We're continuing their tour through March, and it is a great chance to find out more about the band. Tell everyone about, I know we've talked about this ourselves privately with you guys, and share a little bit about how the band came to be, how you guys were singing separately, and how all that kind of works. Because, I think this really does start to show how God does work. It's like when all the humans get out of the way, now God can actually get involved, right?
Well, I think Jodi was singing right out of, the hospital room. So she's been singing for a long time. And we started as a kind of a worship collective. We were in the same band together. And then I had a band that did its own touring. And then Jodi started to kind of make her solo career happen in Canada. And then my band folded, and she looked at me and said, can you play guitar for me? I know you're a bass player, but it's like, yeah, okay, 2 more strings, I can figure it out. And it just kind of evolved from there.
Yeah, it's amazing. I remember when we were engaged, God really clearly told me that, marrying Chris was going to enable the two of us to do things we couldn't do on our own. And at the time, it really sunk into my heart. I called Chris and I said, babe, I just really feel like God has something for us to do together. And it took, 8 years later, here we are. And you're exactly right. The testament is to God and his faithfulness. And if we're willing to keep walking and listening, he really does lead us.
I think a lot of folks want to know, because obviously you guys being a married couple, you're out on tour, you've been doing this stuff for years anyway, but now you're on Winter Jam as well. How is life as a married couple in the middle of a touring like this? How do you maintain that balance of kind of being thrust with each other the 24/7? I mean, I know we love our spouses, but at some point you're just like, holy cow, this is almost, I hate to use the word like smothering, but it can be difficult on a relationship.
I love your honesty. That was great.
I'm sitting here looking at a coffee mug that we bought yesterday at one of our favorite coffee shops, and that is definitely one of the kind of refuge moments that we take. We try and get away from the tour, for an hour every day, and just kind of sit across from each other like you're supposed to when you're a husband and wife, and just talk, and it's great. And the thing is, people always see us together either on stage or when we're back at the table, but we actually have separate dressing rooms, because we're not the newsboys. We don't get our own dressing room. And so we spend a lot of the day apart. And so it's actually really fun when people see us together. It's like, yeah, they are having fun.
Because we really are.
I tell you what, folks, if you haven't seen Love and the Outcome, they are having fun. And they truly are they're usually embracing one another with big smiles on their face. And I know when you guys gave up everything you own to pack it up in a van to live the dream. I mean, that's a big step. That's a lot.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think we totally knew what we were doing, or that we would live on the road for 2 years without a home.
They call that blind faith, don't they?
Yeah, there you go. I love it.
It was a great band.
Yeah, but you know what? What an adventure. I mean, I feel like we're bonded together so deeply and with the Lord because we know how to be hungry for his kingdom on earth. And I hope that doesn't sound, cheesy or whatever, but our priorities really shifted from earthly things to being so addicted to the feeling of God using your small offering. And as soon as we started to sense that, it was this electricity, it was this, wow, God, you really are our source. And if we can make an impact while we're alive on this earth, then that's what we're chasing,
He Is With Us is the #1 single right now. Have you selected a second song? When we're going to have another song officially as our second release from the album?
Oh, we have. And we're very excited.
Yeah, we just got word that I think it will be out in March. I don't know the exact date. But the second song is King of My Heart. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that or not, but there you go. I just did.
Well, I will confirm that. The King of My Heart, Love and Outcome, will be the second single coming off the album. You can get we'll have links to where you guys can get the album so you don't have to wait till March anyway. The one thing I want to ask is you guys, you're touring, you're doing all this stuff together and things like that. How are you still writing songs and creating lyrics, music, those kinds of things? How do you continue to work on that God-given passion as well?
You know what? Totally honestly, it's taken us, I think we're about 4 weekends in now, to really find our feet and be able to do more than just the day on the road and the show. But we're just getting to a point now where we're going, okay, God, we want to have eyes to see and ears to hear what you're doing, and through the people we're meeting, we're getting all of these new creative, inspirational tidbits. So we're learning how to multitask. That's the bottom line. We're learning how to be married and be a band, how to play shows every day, and how to write. And the best part is we're watching people like 10th Avenue North do it who have been doing it for a lot longer than us, and they're able to give us some, just tips on how to stay balanced on the road, because they're in the middle of making a record and touring. So we're learning from some great people.
I'll wrap up with this because I love this aspect of Winter Jam, unlike any other tour that I know of. You guys are on the road, you're doing your thing. It's running, Thursday to Sunday, if not Friday to Sunday. But Sunday mornings, they have Jam Church. Tell everybody about your experiences so far with Jam Church.
Jam Church is probably the best part about Winter Jam for us, apart from the actual performance side of things. And I didn't really anticipate it, but it's just like this amazing time where everyone who can make it comes to this thing at 11 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, and it's just a really refreshing time because, first of all, one of the bands from Winter Jam is leading worship, so it's going to be amazing. And then our tour pastor, Bobby, he's just this great guy that has been on the road for so long, and he just understands how everyone is trying to cope with life on the road, and it just always has a good word to keep you encouraged for that weekend.
Fantastic. Well, folks, it is Loving the Outcome. They're on tour right now, jamtour.com. You'll get tickets to Winter Jam. We'll have links to that. We'll have links to their website. You can get this album, also called Loving the Outcome. You've heard he is with us on the radio, I'm certain. And, of course, we've now have confirmation of another song coming out right around the corner. Jodi and Chris, stay safe, be warm, God bless you. Until we talk again, I can't wait. It's fantastic. It's been really, really cool watching, just in the short amount of time that we've been big fans, and watching your career and now seeing what's happened with Winter Jam. It's really been an amazing thing.
Well, we love the conversations we get to have with you, and it really starts our day off with the right priorities in place. So, yeah, thanks for such a great chat.
Thank you so much, guys, and be safe.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks again for your time.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.